July was a great month in general, and it was a great month in terms of beauty products, and I think I have something from almost every category, and I have hair care stuff to show you, which I don't change up my hair care that often. So when I find a really good product, I'm always excited to show you. So let's start with a new shampoo and conditioner. These are from Andalou Naturals, and I mentioned that I was using these and that Andalou had sent me some of their products to test out, and my initial reaction was that I really liked them. However, that's sometimes how it goes for me with shampoos. I initially really like them and then I quickly fall out of love. So I wanted to use these for a while and really formulate my thoughts before I shared it with you. And I think if you had given me these bottles and just plain bottles without any logos, I wouldn't have known they were natural products, which is kind of cool. And that means that the shampoo is very easy to spread around, and it also suds up a lot. Suds is up a word, I'm not sure, but you just get a lot of suds when you use it, and that is not the norm when using natural shampoos. And then the conditioner is really moisturizing. So you can see I haven't had to use a lot of it because a little goes a long way. Of course, the ingredients are really good. The official name is Argan and Sweet Orange. So there is argan oil, avocado oil. I also believe that both have manuka honey in them. So really moisturizing ingredients, but I never feel like my hair is weighed down. You just get a little bit of light moisture, and my hair, sometimes if you use like really moisturizing shampoo, your hair feels oily so quickly. I don't experience that with these at all. The only thing I'm not like 100% about is the scent, and I think that's a personal preference thing. It's a very sweet orange, almost creamsicle scent. So if you love that, you're gonna love this. I prefer more of like the Living Proof. I really like how those smell. But overall, these are really nice, and I'm happy that I'm able to recommend something that's a little bit more affordable. I love the look of messy, lived-in waves, but I have zero natural texture to my hair. So how does someone with pin straight hair get a little bit of beachy waves? I will share what I've been doing. I've gone back to the smaller of my 2 curling irons, and I take much smaller sections of hair. And I curl my hair all around, but I barely leave the curling iron on for any time at all. I put the curling iron in and then count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and drop it out, because I'm not going for a curl. I want more of this soft wave. So I do that all around my head, and then I let it cool for a couple minutes, and then people with not a lot of texture have to rely on products. So I go in with 2 products. The first is from Bumble and Bumble. This is the Surf Infusion. So this is a salt spray with some oil in it, and this is really good if you have dry ends. The thing I've realized though is that you don't need a lot of product. If I use any more than 5 or 6 sprays, you can start to kind of see it, and it looks a little bit oily on the bottom. So just a light amount to give a little bit of texture. And then before I touch anything, I add a little bit of this Josh Rosebrook Styling Cream Medium Hold, just a tiny bit to the top of my fingertips. And I will show you that I have barely used any at all, and I've been using this almost every time I style my hair. So I'm just taking the tiniest amount. I work it in my fingers, and then I just rake my fingers through all the waves to really break them up. And that seems to be giving me this kind of texture that I'm looking for, where it's not super done, but you're still getting a little bit of volume. So I've been loving that combination. Moving into skincare, I have fallen back in love with the Kypris Antioxidant Dew. And I do have a review of this on my channel. And I used this product for the few weeks leading up to that video. And then after it was over, on my medicine cabinet, I had like a bunch of bottles of oils and serums that had just a tiny bit of product left. So I decided to set this one aside and then work through those bottles. So I'm done with those. My shelf is nice and cleaned off, and I started using this again, and I just remembered why I like it so much. The texture is so lightweight and milky, yet it's still really hydrating. I have fairly reactive, sensitive skin, and I find this product to be really calming. It's just a nice calming, your skin feels so nice after it's applied. I use this towards the end of my morning skincare routine. It's the last step before I put on my more mattifying sunscreen. So this just helps to add a little bit of hydration. So if you're interested in this product, I will have that review linked down below. My other skincare favorite is an eye cream, and it is so good. It is from Kiehl's, and it is called their Clearly Corrective Dark Circle Perfector Titanium Dioxide Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And I heard about this from Alix, or icovetthee. She raved about it, so I decided to go in store and see what it was all about. It's a fairly new product, so I was a little bit nervous because there's not a ton of reviews and it's very expensive, but I am so happy I bought this. I love it for 2 reasons. Of course, the SPF 30, it is so important to protect your face and your body, but I love this added protection right underneath my eyes because that is my problem area, and I get no irritation or stinging. It feels really good. I take a tiny amount and just tap it right underneath my eyes, and it also has a slight tint to it. which I think is awesome. And if you are fair like me, I think this color is perfect. If you're darker than me, I don't know. I feel like they should have probably come out with a darker, more medium shade so that people could choose between the two. But it is something, if you could get a sample of this and see if it works out. And I'll do a closer up view so that you can see this better. But if you're fair, it is amazing, especially if I'm having a no makeup day and I'm just, putting on my sunscreen. If I put this on, it brightens up underneath that eye area, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything, which is awesome. And on days where I'm wearing a full face of makeup, it plays really nicely with whatever concealer I'm using on top of it. And speaking of concealer, this is my #1 favorite out of the entire month of July. It is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This has replaced the Maybelline Fit Me and the NARS Creamy Concealer, both of which are still really good and I recommend them, but this one gives you coverage without creasing, which so good if you have fine lines or creases underneath your eyes, to find something that stays in place and that you don't have to set with tons and tons of powder. Amazing. So both of these, if you have really bad dark circles, I think both of these are worth the investment. I've had the best luck with mascara, and I think it all started with the Well People Expressionist mascara, and then after that, which I still love that one, that's my favorite everyday mascara, and I need to order a new tube. And then I fell in love with the Benefit Roller Lash, which is just incredible length, and it really helps keep my lashes lifted all day. And then most recently, I've fallen in love with the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. This is a brand new launch from Stila, and this one gives me so much volume. Really happy with this. It washes off easily at night. I don't get any kind of smudging or flaking. And if you want to see me close up apply this, which kind of cool that a lot of my favorites are things I used in my Get Ready With Me video from this month. So a lot of the things I'm talking about, if you want to see me applying them, I will list that video down below. But I do show myself applying this mascara pretty close up so you can see the effect that it gives my lashes. And then I just love these Too Faced Love Flush blushes. The packaging is perfect and it does remind me of a Polly Pocket, which takes me right back to my childhood. But other than the packaging, the product inside is really nice. The shades are beautiful and they blend out so easily, and they also last phenomenally well on my skin. So I have two colors. The first is Baby Love, and this is a nude mauve, which is really pretty. And the other one I've gotten the most use out of. This is called I Will Always Love You, and it is a peach with some gold shimmer running through it. And if you are a redhead out there watching this, check this color out because it is beautiful. I'm actually wearing both of them today. I'm wearing Baby Love on the back of my cheeks and then the peach more on the apple, and I really like that effect. For lips, I used a lot of this MAC lip liner in the shade Soar. This is a deep mauvey pink, and I love to line my lips and fill them in. And then I top it off with a lot of different lipsticks. Earlier today, I was wearing Mare, but I think it's worn off a lot because I've been drinking tea. So let me just reapply a little bit really quick. So this is Mare over top of the Soar lip liner, and then the other lipstick I like to wear over Soar is this one from Red Apple Lipstick, and this is probably my favorite lip color out of the entire month. It's in the shade Firecracker, which is this red, burnt orange. I think it is perfect for summer, especially if you're into warm looks. And this, while it doesn't really match the Soar lip liner, I think the combination of the two works really nicely. And if you want to see how those two look together, that's again something I wore in that Get Ready With Me. And last, let's talk about some nail polishes. My current favorite is the brand Smith & Colt, which I can't remember if I've said in the video, but the lady who started Hard Candy is also the founder of Smith & Colt, which is pretty cool. And I've been showing these a lot on my Instagram because I've been wearing them a lot, and someone asked if I could compare these to my nails ink polishes, which I love so much. So I'm gonna quickly try to do that. The first is a huge personal preference thing, and that is, how do you like your nail polish brush to look? I love the Nails Ink one. I love how big it is and that it is so kind of curved on the bottom. I think it makes painting my nails super easy, but I know that's not for everybody and some people really don't like that. The Smith & Colt is a smaller brush and it's completely flat on the bottom. So that's personal preference. For formula, I think both formulas are really nice. The Nails Ink is amazing at self-leveling. That means if you're painting your nails really quickly and you're not being super even, if you give it a second, the nail polish almost just magically smooths out and it makes you look like you're a much better nail painter than you actually are. The Smith & Colt doesn't do that at all, and if I'm not taking my time painting my nails, I really have to rely on a high quality top coat that can kind of blur and make everything look perfect on its own. What the Smith & Colt does better than the Nails Ink is that these are the fastest drying nail polishes I've ever used. So if you're a person who likes to paint your nails and get out the door, the Smith & Colt's the way to go because those dry so quickly. Of Of course, if you are a packaging person, you have to take into account that the packaging for Smith & Colt is so unique and cool. It's very weighty, and the names are really cool. I ordered this one in Bitter Buddhist off of birchbox.com, and then if you have Blue Mercuries near you, the Blue Mercury nearest me has an entire wall of Smith & Colt nail polishes, and it's really fun to see them in person. I bought this one there. It's called Ghost Edit, and this is what I have on right now, and it's like one of those, it's a nude, but it almost looks like you're not wearing anything, just that you have really shiny nails. So I love these, and I highly recommend the Smith & Colt if you can find them in person or if you want to order them online. That is all for my July favorites. I hope you enjoyed and maybe you found something new or something interesting. We are out the door for dinner. We're in the mood for seafood, so I think we're gonna try to find fish tacos somewhere. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to that Beauty Before Brunch thing at Sephora. I'm meeting Melissa from I Love Faces. I think it's 10:42. If I have it wrong, I will write it right here. But Melissa and I are going, there's not a big percentage off, but you do get 4 times the points for anything you buy. I don't have anything that I know for sure I'm getting, but I do have a lot of stuff on my loves list. And I do not need another foundation, but I am a little bit interested in the new Marc Jacobs one. So if I get anything cool tomorrow, maybe I will have a haul to share with you soon. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.